Hello, welcome. It's HauntLore time. Where are we, Bo?
We're at the Queen Mary.
That's right, we're in Long Beach, California at the world famous Queen Mary. Exactly. One of the most haunted destinations in the world. We're here to hopefully catch a glimpse of a spirit or a specter, ghoul.
A glimpse, a sound.
Sailor, anything, really.
Anything.
In order to just finally make you a believer. If only we had somebody with us that could guide us through this hazard. Wait, oh my God, Rebecca Knight.
Hey!
Hey, it's Rebecca Knight from the Great Ghost Tour aboard the Queen Mary. Do you have time today?
Yeah, why not?
Do you know a thing or two about this place?
Just a thing or two.
Well, why don't we head in and see what or who we could find.
Wow. After you. You had Churchill on this thing?
Damn.
This was his wartime office in World War II.
What? That's shredding. It's beautiful.
Hey.
Holy, look up that way.
What?
Gives me the CBs.
CBGBs right down there. Look at this. Just in case. In case of ghouls. Break the glass.
So this staircase, we kind of believe that this is the genesis, the beginning of paranormal activity aboard the Queen Mary. During the days that she sailed, there was a passenger who unfortunately lost his footing as he made it to the very top step, went up a wave, and he went back.
Whoa.
Fortunately, lost his life.
Really? This isn't even that far.
Yeah, a guy died right there.
He
Could you
hit
stand
his
right
neck
there?
right over there.
Stand right
Oh, we're
there.
going down these
Oh, we go.
stairs.
Good.
Yes.
So stay there for a minute.
Sometime later, another woman was making her way up these stairs. Again, the Queen Mary lurches because we're all the way forward. This is
You
the
can feel
bow
it,
right
too.
out
Yeah,
here.
no, I'm at a.
She
Yeah.
loses her footing, falls to the bottom of the stairs. They find her mostly unconscious.
Okay.
The very last thing that she said was, "Why did he push me?" She died exactly 10 years to the day after the first death. Watch
dare.
your step.
No.
Oh! I almost fell.
This is the room. Room
What do you mean?
B340. This is what has been described as the ship's most haunted room. Paranormal investigators from around the world die for an opportunity just to come and investigate this space. Unfortunately, what most everybody has heard is not entirely true.
What's the tea?
Once upon a time, a certain house of mouse operated the Queen Mary, and when they did what they do best, they told stories. One of the stories they told was of the
Ratatouille.
ship's most haunted room.
Oh.
What nobody really realized was that they installed their little effects into the space to
No.
amplify that
You don't
and
say.
make it real. Problem is when they turned over and a new operator came aboard, they didn't know that any of those things were installed in the room.
They were still active.
They were still active.
What
So,
kind of things?
the faucet would run, taps and knocks, different things that made you feel like someone else was in the space.
Is this a room you can actively stay in?
Starting September, Friday the 13th.
Scary day.
So where it got scary is that when the next operators were in charge, overnight guests were randomly being assigned to this room, not looking for a haunted overnight
Oh.
stay,
Oh.
being woken up in the middle of the night. So they would run to the front desk, demand a room change. Front desk got tired of fielding those complaints, so they took the room offline. And that's when they found the control panel.
No.
Cut the gadgets, turn the electronics off, put people back in the room once again, and still
since then-
continued to receive complaints. So I feel like maybe this became prankster's paradise. While the expectation was set there, if you're a ghost, you're kind of hidden amongst those effects. But once they're turned off, maybe it's time to up the ante, and that's where the stories come from, folks getting the sheets pulled off of them in the middle of the night, every single night, because maybe you enjoyed watching people jump out and getting a good fright.
So this is a famous room at this point.
Very famous
Now,
room.
while it was not famous and while Disney was not operating it, were there still complaints?
Yes.
So people didn't know the lore, and Disney hadn't gotten to it yet, and people were still saying
There's
things
question
about it?
as to whether there was a death that took place in this room. That record is a little hard to match as if it actually happened in this room or if that's just where the Disney legend came in, that they, you know, put one of the deaths in this room
When
to
did Disney take
account
over?
for a haunting. It was the 90s.
Oh,
So
was the
big.
90s.
It was thriving.
Yes.
Killing.
Lion King.
It was their Oscar era.
Are we able to go in there?
We are.
Brittany, did you bring the spirit box?
I sure did.
What the hell is this?
It's my favorite band, CD.
I can't use this as a CD. Compact disc. I can't check where ghouls with that. This is classic Brittany Blunder. That's what they call
I
it.
knew it.
Don't worry. I got you.
The Grey Ghost Project aboard the Queen Mary provides their own spirit boxes for you.
God.
Oh, here it is. Courtney, if you're watching.
All right.
For the real shit. Also, we have these EMF readers. Damn, yours sucks, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
I got you.
you got one?
Yo, I got 6.
No. He needs the shitty one, trust me. Because if the shitty one lights up, then you know it's bad. It's Colin.
Can I sit in this chair?
Yeah.
30 here.
Still green, Colin.
Lamp. Getting a strong electromagnetic reading from lamp, as well as additional lamp.
Do you guys know how those work?
Lamps?
K2 meters detect EMF, electromagnetic fields. The reason these exist
You guys
is
have the
because
same
pretty much EMF exists in everything in our everyday lives. What we hope for, though, when it comes to these guys is something a bit more solid and direct.
Like something that lasts and isn't just pop up
Something
for a
that
second.
lasts, and it doesn't do that glitchy, flashy, but it's a bit more direct in intention and
I'm
does
getting
that
4
rainbow
from-
kind of ebb
Okay.
and stays solid bright.
I swear to God.
Go back to hell where you belong.
But when it does that flashy, glitchy, like an LED Christmas light bulb,
Yeah.
not a ghost. That's going to be that EMF going through the space, and these are doing their job.
Okay.
Generally, what we look for is when we're in an interaction is being like, hey, could you please touch this number 2 green light? And then if this reacts after that, that's more compelling of someone kind of, you know, having a conversation with you rather than it just flashing.
You have done this before.
5.5 years here.
On the Grey Ghost Project aboard the Queen Mary with Rebecca Knight.
You don't have to go that hard on it. We have a K2 meter on this as well. This is an EDI Plus. It records a bunch of different data. It's got the K2 on the bottom with the blue. That's a vibration sensor there. That's the temperature, but what this is looking for is spikes in heat or cold. So red or blue for a hot or cold spike in temperature. On the other side is green for a spike in humidity, and next to that is yellow for a spike in pressure.
Okay.
So we've got you covered on that. We have some cat balls. Self-explanatory,
What's that?
motion activated. They're just cat toys. So if someone gave a good stomp on it, it lights up and triggers that motion sensor.
Now, do you ever ask Ghost to touch ball? That was not.
Sick bastard.
That was not.
It's okay.
But is that
sometimes
one of
the
the
late night tours, we're a little adult with our
Okay,
balls.
Gosh, she took it. She ran with it. Goal.
You're both
You think the Ghost ever seen a spin kick?
about to.
Whoa, that was a close one. Okay, let's see. I want to see how. I want that to chill out, and I just want to see how sensitive it is, because that's cool, you know.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay. Ghoul.
Just for
If your name is Harold, do something dope. So we know one thing's for sure.
Now try to make him laugh.
Harold, what's up?
Try harder.
Harold, if that is your real name, were you a piece of shit? Were you scumbag?
I saw that.
You saw that?
I saw that.
You said, what the
Oh,
See? Harold, farting and passing gas.
isn't that a hoot?
Farting? Did you do that?
Temp's going up. The temperature is gradually going up.
I'm-
Not because there's 6 bodies in here, but because of something else, obviously. But the pressure meter did just bleep. a second
Did it?
ago. It did. It really did.
Hey there, friend.
Harold. Oh, that's interesting chair.
Original from when the ship was docked here in the 70s.
Oh, really? So when was it? Obviously, it was around in the 40s.
She sailed from 1936 to 1967. Long Beach was the highest bidder and saved her from the scrapyard. She opened to the public here, docked permanently in Long Beach in 1971. COVID was the longest closure she experienced from 2020 until April 2023
Really?
since her conversion of 67 to 71.
Wow.
Is it mostly a hotel, or is it like a debonair? Like, is it like a Great Gatsby
So
gathering place?
Good question.
the bid that was secured was so that she would be a stationary hotel. She's a permanent docked fixture now. She's an event space. She is a nautical time museum, maritime museum, and she is an event center. She's got a convention center, which it's sad to me when you go in it because you walk in and you're suddenly in a concrete box that middle of the ship was just gutted to create this
history was
concrete
erased.
convention center room.
Oh, I see.
So pieces of the ship are gone, which is just, you have to do it if you're going to convert it and make it still functional for what you needed to do today. But there is still sadness about like the middle of her just being ripped out.
Now, Rebecca Knight, Grey Ghost Project, aboard the Queen Mary. Are you a believer?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I take a skeptical approach just because I kind of want my experiences to be kind of,
Objective.
I don't want them to have anywhere to where you could dispute something, that you could go, oh, well, it could have been this, it could have been this. I like to get us to the point that potentially the only possible explanation is ghost. We're still dealing with something that we can't see, so we can never say, that was a ghost. So I definitely believe, but I like to kind of take that super skeptical scientific approach to it. That way it compels the non-believers to see what I see.
I believe. I'm all in. I
He
know
bought
for a
this.
fact.
He bought this. These devices.
Yeah.
He bought.
I want that for everyday use. We're really convincing him here today is the goal.
I'm down.
I think you can make it happen.
Let's do it. So we've got a spirit box here, which is essentially a radio scanner. When you hit scan in your car pauses to play the station that has signal. This one keeps going. So you're just gonna hear it as it skips on through.
Right. And if something communicates with us,
Oh, I see. That sucks. Scary. Sounds like something Anthony's into. Yeah, you know what I mean?
it's lit.
It takes a moment to catch for whatever reason.
So it catches something and it stays.
No, that's what your car does.
This just keeps going.
Just keeps going. For whatever reason, FM always takes a minute to catch. I'm trying to get it to a point that you'll hear words.
Sounds like Nine Inch Nails.
I'm gonna have to bust out the copper wire to do it. So that was without any breaks of words coming through, but when you hit each station, you're gonna hit it randomly when a song is playing, a DJ is talking, a commercial is on, they're doing a top 40 countdown and saying it's Friday night.
Yeah.
But what you're hoping for is when those words that are said line up to the conversation that you're having. Traditionally, what was originally done with a spirit box, it would just be set out in the middle of the space and everybody listens around it, and your brain is all going to interpret this audio version of a Rorschach test into whatever you think it is that it's saying. But if you've asked a question like, what's your name? Everybody's hoping to hear a name.
Yeah.
So as it skips through, it goes, and someone will go, it was Dave. They said their name's Dave.
So
But
it's-
everybody, you
It's
don't really
radio
know.
Scrabble.
Pretty
It's
much.
like Bumblebee from Transformers.
Yes, exactly.
I
Exactly.
had no idea. I thought it was audio of spirits boxing.
God damn it.
So what we're hoping for is when the words line up to our conversation.
Okay.
When it's just played out in the middle of a space, there's a lot of confirmation bias at play. So the way we eliminate that as much as we can is now one person will be the only one listening to this box. They'll be blindfolded and wear noise isolating headphones. You'll recognize these because they're drummer's headphones.
Yeah,
They're
thick
noise
furs.
isolating, so they're going to give you a clearer sound of what's coming through the radio rather than adding that additional white noise blocking from noise canceling.
So only he will hear this.
Only he will hear it once we put the headphones on him. And then that leaves us to ask questions and see if we
cool.
find responses that line up to the questions that we've asked. A great indicator of finding
So is he
conversations.
he's gonna communicate.
I'm
He's
gonna
be-
listen.
You
Yes.
would be the vessel.
Yeah,
Pretty
I am
much.
the vessel.
If you want to take the super skeptical scientific approach, you would want no radio coming through, because then if you do have words come through, what the heck is that? What explanation are you left with if it wasn't the radio? When I have people that aren't used to doing this though, I think it makes you a bit more comfortable in having at least the radio come through, because even if you are just saying radio gibberish and it's not a ghost, it's relaxing you in to potentially hear a ghost.
Should I just parrot whatever I'm hearing?
Correct.
Okay.
5-year-old child or parrot, repeat everything you hear. You're gonna want to do blindfold first.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you are.
When we ask questions, just things that we find for success here on the ship is we keep our questions present tense. We don't deal in assuming that they know that they're departed. We've also had experiences where it seems that they are not departed, that they are very much living their life in whatever year it is for them. So we speak in the present tense. Do you work here? Are you a passenger?
Okay.
Are you gonna tell me when to start?
Just go in.
We're starting.
Because it's going to take him a bit just to kind of get into it and hear the gibberish at
Siguiente.
least. So perfect.
Why? We
And see, that's what I mean. People just peering in.
muchos.
Muchos people. My name is Colin. This is Bo.
We'd love to get to meet you and get to
Seems
know
like
you.
we lost whatever it caught onto. It's just doing the scanning thing right now.
Yep.
Okay.
There is a point in the radio
That's
where
me
you
talking.
lose all signal and
So
it
it's
just kind of
looking-
dips
maybe,
down.
Maybe it's a different. There's changing shifts in here.
Could be.
Hello there.
Around the city.
What's your favorite thing?
You can see Bo over here. He's blindfolded in the hat. And if you talk to him, hopefully. he'll-
Allison.
He's a very silly guy.
Is your favorite thing Allison?
He's Irish and German. Allison. Are you Allison, or is Allison your favorite thing?
Is Allison your girl? It's a very nice thing to say if she's your favorite thing.
Are you married?
Get out of here.
Or are you bachelor?
If your answer is ever simply yes, you can use the yellow light to say yes, or you can let Bo know yes,
Okay, here we go. It's coming back.
and he'll say yes.
Do you
He's
like
doing great.
music?
Changes.
Black Sabbath changes? That sounds scary.
Custom.
Les Paul custom. No, 100%. That's the best one. Guitar? You know what that is? Or more of a piano?
Hundreds.
He has hundreds of guitars.
AC/DC song.
Les Paul.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it off. We're
Yeah.
back to the scanning thing.
Yeah, it will do that where the signal kind of drops out, because you're
Yeah.
gonna find radio stations within our reach and radio stations without. You're gonna hear a lot of Spanish music. 'Cause
There's a
we're in
lot of
SoCal.
Spanish.
But you were doing perfect, because everything
No,
you
you're
killing
killing
you
it.
were repeating. And no,
And a
it's
lot
not
of it
all
was
a
relevant
ghost.
to what we were talking about.
There was a Metallica song.
It was interesting because he said, "What's your favorite thing?" and your response was Allison, which I feel like we just got lucky on radio gibberish. But if I want to have the empathy that someone said that, that's a very kind thing
That's
to say.
very
If
sweet.
you've
That's
got a
really
girl, Allison's your favorite thing, of course.
You wanna try? It's pretty crazy.
We were talking Les Paul. You said custom, and then AC/DC came on.
Oh, interesting.
I said, do you like guitars? And you said custom.
Wow.
And then AC/DC and Metallica apparently.
Yeah, Metallica was playing, but no words. Like it was literally just guitar tone. You know?
But you knew. Oh,
Yeah, it's.
that
I can
is-
turn it down or up.
No, I'm
No.
good.
Am I your
Woman.
best friend?
No. Six Flags. Vaya pasada.
Are you enjoying your stay?
7
Do you work here?
August.
Where's Allison?
Is there anything we can do
House.
for anyone who may be here?
Mission.
Is there anything we can
Chaos.
do for you?
I asked where Allison was. Mission House. She worked at Mission Chaos. Was Allison ever on the ship?
Subject.
Seems my friends might be able to hear well this evening. Maybe you can tell them the punchline of our usual joke here.
Cuatro.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
It's bizarre, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It goes so fast.
It goes really fast. And there's how much Spanish?
Mostly.
Mostly Spanish. It's tough.
Anything
guys
line
agree?
up?
Kind of. There was something about Allison. I asked, where is Allison?
House.
And you said house, mission.
San Fernando Mission Valley.
Want to head to another spot?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Correct. 7.
Hello. You be careful on these stairs.
Are you
Oh, these ones aren't even carpeted.
Original stairs.
Oh, these are original.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
So these are almost 100 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so 57 ghosts.
57 recorded deaths from the years that she was in service, from 1936 to 1967.
57 people died on this
57
ship.
recorded deaths on this ship.
How many births?
How many births? One for sure. Unfortunately, it was premature, and it is also one of the 57.
After you. Please, please.
Holy Lord.
Go, 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 go.
That is the original purser.
What's a purser?
Like your entertainment hookup. The person
Oh.
that's going to tell you what there is to do.
What's
This is third class, but they didn't call it third class because she was a bougie babe, so they called it tourist class.
Saw that.
That's a really
Back of
nice,
the
that's a
plane.
nice way to phrase it.
Yes.
Now, how psyched were the Queen Mary owners when the Titanic sank?
God. Well, that was way before.
so-
Were they like,
It was way before.
There's a little history there. So the Queen Mary was being built by Cunard, and because it was the Great Depression, she almost wasn't built. She was almost split into two
Really?
ships.
Oh.
She is larger than the Titanic. Every time they built a ship, it was always to make it bigger and better,
I
faster
see.
and bigger and better. So Cunard ran out of funds to build her. Went to the Bank of England, whoever that,
Yeah.
asked for a government loan, and White Star Line, who built the Titanic, was asking for the same thing. It was the Great Depression. They said, we've got one loan. If you merge, we'll give it to you both, and you can have it as one company. Cunard had been approached by White Star and kept saying, no, 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 we don't want you, we don't want you, and their hand kind of got forced. So this was the first Cunard White Star ship, which started a new tradition of naming the ships because White Star always ended with an ick, Titanic. Cunard always ended with an ia, Mauritania. So this one, there was this great debate as to what the name of the ship was going to be. And there's a great legend about going to the king and saying they wanted to name her after the greatest queen there ever was. And he went, oh, Mary would be thrilled. They were not intending his
thinking
wife,
Elizabeth.
Mary.
Queen Mary, Sunday, September 19th, 1943, bound for Scotland. That's
Birth
a dangerous.
assignments. That
that's
was
a
your
dangerous
lottery.
time.
You were able to get a bunk for the night. You had to win the lottery to have somewhere to rest your head for the evening that wasn't wet under the stars up on the sun deck.
That was peak U-boat time.
so your life is in danger. At 43?
Yeah.
You might not make it.
She got converted into the Grey Ghost, thus the Grey Ghost Project. She was the Grey Ghost during World War II with her gray camouflage paint job and was enlisted to serve her country in the war. She was a target of Hitler. And she was the fastest ship at the time, so she was able to avoid everything.
So we're good.
We're good.
We're safe on
We're
Queen
good.
Mary. All right.
She has avoided so many untimely ends and
Congratulations,
has made it through
Mary.
every single one.
You beat Hitler.
She did. She did. Ready?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Original elevator.
ooh.
Ooh, now that I hate.
No!
Oh, no.
See, that would never happen. Something forced that to happen. An electromagnetic. Okay. May
Yeah. Sure.
I? They hate
Yes, I'm
this.
sorry. He can actually play it.
Ooh.
Yeah, Yeah, she's a little loose.
Holy Lord, she is haunted.
How old's that piano?
I'm not sure.
Scary.
It's probably the seance going into the chamber.
The what? The fucking what?
The seance.
Brittany, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
That's dark side.
That's the boiler rooms.
Really?
So it gives you an idea of how big she
Cold.
is.
And
Crab?
warm. It was a steamship.
Oh. I would be boiling crab down there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm talking
She knows.
about. Oh, for sure.
Come on in, Steven.
Did you ever walk through this alone?
Yeah.
Okay. This is horrible. This is
Holy Lord.
terrifying and awful.
No.
No.
I believe this is all wet paint, so be careful on the black.
Okay.
Now, has this been wet since the ship was built, or?
I mean, the ship has been wet since she's been in the water.
We got pressure.
It's disgusting.
We'll get you guys in here.
Oh, this one's chained up. Rebecca. Scary.
This is another location on pretty much every paranormal investigator's bucket list. Unfortunately, it was closed from at least 2018 until we came back aboard the ship. We've been able to reopen it, at least in a small way. So welcome to the world famous first class swimming pool.
Wow, yeah. As soon as you mentioned it, I wanted to see it. Is that a slide? It's a dope-
That slide is, I gotta hit that motherfucker. I have got to hit that
Thank
slide.
you.
Look at this little teddy.
I could make this jump. It is 80 degrees in here.
Yeah.
She be lying.
She's a hot
Yeah,
one. Man,
been
it's a hot one.
It just retains heat down here.
So we can't go over there.
No,
For safety
unfortunately,
reasons?
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So this was the room that people felt like they needed to cry in?
This was the room that people felt like they needed to cry in for a few days, which to me I found a little interesting just in that I wondered if a little girl was going through a moment or having a fight with a friend and if maybe they were kind of feeling those emotions of that. The reason so many like to come and investigate this space is because of the legend of Jackie. It's been said since the 1970s that there was a little girl who drowned in the swimming pool. But this is a ship. They have impeccable records and logs. No such drowning ever occurred.
Because if there's 57 people dying,
You know.
We know.
what's 58? You know, they're gonna write it down.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So
good
the
point.
only record of any injury that occurred in this room was a woman who bumped her nose and
Oh,
her lip on the bottom of the pool. Probably got a margarita, was fine. No little girl drowned in the pool.
This is a deep pool, so
Yeah,
she
she
was
did a
hit.
6 feet in the
jackknife.
shallow,
She did it straight up.
12 feet in the deep. They also, when they first launched her, they had diving boards on her. They were a little overzealous,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
crazy.
they realized gravity.
Yeah.
While you're going across the ocean and someone jumps up, they're going to jump up, and the pool will no longer be beneath them.
So that they landed on that?
No, that doesn't work like that.
Because that's insane. That looks awesome. Can we do the slide?
Right?
Was Titanic real? Like the story. Where's Rhodes?
Jack Dawson. He's from Wisconsin,
Is that true? Allegedly.
allegedly. Couldn't swim for shit. Titanic predated this by like 20 years.
Who knows?
I do.
We'll never know.
Usually we come in here, we find children, which is why we have got this guy. We've got a boo buddy. He's set up to do EVPs.
What's an EVP?
Electronic voice phenomenon. You set out an audio recorder, you hope to get a response on there. I just don't like it because if you do get an answer, you're now 5 minutes behind that answer when you finally play it back. So it just doesn't feel beneficial when your conversation isn't real time.
I like that you're very scientific. There's no control. She's not into it.
Unbeliever. No control.
But because he's built for EVPs, he's got like 30 questions. He just asks them on a shuffle. We don't use him for his EVP function, but we use him passively for his other functions he has built in.
I don't like
He starts by saying hello. You're gonna hate him more in a moment. Say
Hello. Kill me.
Oh my God.
So if we don't use him for those questions to elicit a verbal response,
Shut
he's got a few different cues that let us know if he's sensing someone coming over to play with him.
Permission to kick him into the pool.
That's for EVPs, so if you
We're
were
gonna
doing
leave
an
the room
audio
and he's gonna
recording.
say, hello, Jackie.
for years.
And that's kind of, he becomes his own little investigator. You set down a recorder with him, you set him down, and you leave the room. That way
Right.
you're like, no human was in the space. So if
just
something
kidding.
is on there, you're like, what the heck was that?
Yeah.
We set out the other things to see if we get any responses there. But that way we can ask questions that can have a yes or no response. So if we find a yes, one of the things hopefully will light up. I got you there.
Thank you. Don't
One,
I don't
two,
quit talking to me,
three.
man.
I know, he's just gonna do his thing. I wish he had a mute, but because he set it for EVPs, he just does his thing. But I just turn him down to his lowest setting so that he's the least amount of obnoxious. There we go.
If you're with us tonight, could you make this turn yellow, please?
What's the number?
Number 2. Would if that could turn yellow, we would be so happy. We would be so indebted to you. I'll give you so much money. Money is the currency that we use still.
Maybe you're already playing hide and seek. Ollie, Ollie, oxen free!
Could you turn on one of them balls if you're here, madam or sir?
Interesting.
Are you shy?
Maybe it's tea time.
Oh. I don't like them.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Oh, you know what? German.
Ooh, well, I got a friend for you.
I'd love to meet him. Ein Freund.
Hey, friend! Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
I'm scared.
It was a yellow light for got a friend for you.
Really?
Say something in German.
Would you like to be his friend?
Hallo, wie heißt du? Wie geht es Ihnen?
Du hast mich?
How much do you speak German? Are you pretty fluent?
Conversationally, yeah.
Oh, I got a place we gotta do Estes.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
All right.
This is too scary for me.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down.
Eat that.
That is terrifying.
London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
I'm getting a reading. I'm getting a live one. Nothing's happening to me.
Ooh.
Rebecca? Help!
Oh, it's yeah.
So
Oh
that
shit! It just like
just cut out of nowhere.
If that is somebody making it happen, could you step away, please? Yeah, you're probably just hitting something, because nothing's ever like that long and consistent. Oh yeah, you got the control panels right there. They must have turned something on today.
Where?
see that?
No.
Watch out!
Oh, Jesus
my
Christ. My grandmas are dead.
That sucks.
She's so far. What the hell, Rebecca?
Oh, this sucks.
Oh my God. Bridge. London
Wow. So, was this where like equipment was? Where? Talk to me.
This is another boiler room. So this is boiler overlook. And it really gives you the idea of just how big the ship is.
Where are we in the ship?
That is gonna be almost bottom decks, if not bottom of the ship.
Are we underwater at this moment?
No.
Okay.
I can take you
I
underwater
would-
to where you can see the propeller.
Yeah.
Oh, she's fucking with us now.
Jesus Christ.
This is what she's doing.
This is good. I'm at a solid 12 here.
12 what?
VPP. 12 PPs.
You should get a doctor for that.
Oh,
This is scary.
yeah.
Oh, listen to that.
Loud as hell.
Put the shotgun in there. And listen to just how loud that is. Don't drop it, Steven, for God's sake. Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
we got? Where? What?
Oh, these are the people that died.
Is it?
Yeah.
The 57 recorded deaths, the names and faces, cause of death.
Whoa. Cerebral hemorrhage. Found dead in cabin. What's the story? What's going on with Mr. O.S. Redfield?
That would be someone that they didn't do the autopsy for, and when they brought them back to land, that they felt no need to go back and notify the ship what the official cause of death was.
Damn, he was jacked.
Yeah, he was ripped. Mrs. S. Buthman is who fell on the stairs.
Oh, wow, yeah.
10 years later,
So she's a
why
hero.
did he push me?
She's a really good person.
And this is Mr. Seichel up over here.
Thompson, Ford, Martin, O'Sullivan, Shane, Cohen, Ferris, Healy. You knew a Healy.
Found dead in cabin. Fatal fall on a forward stair. Mr. G.S. Wayman.
Someone died on August 16th, 1964. This is August 16th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
What's
it
their
is.
name?
That was 60 years ago to the day.
E. Griffin? 70.
64?
Apoplectic.
60 to the day. I got one.
What's his name?
It's Mrs.
Mrs.
Mrs. E. Griffin.
Mrs. E. Griffin. Wow.
Wow. Is this a speakeasy? What do we got?
It was kinda.
Yeah. Little
This,
bar?
this was where it all began for me. This was the first spots that I started investigating in because we had the key to lock that door.
Oh.
And this is where we kind of laid the groundwork of meeting who I consider friends aboard the ship.
Oh.
Is this a form?
Yeah.
Like, was anybody actually this skinny?
Me.
Victorian times, maybe.
Yeah, true, yeah. If you stood behind that, we wouldn't be able to see the
You know, my waist would be invisible.
It'd be exactly the same. You know what it
OG
feels
luggage?
like? It feels like BioShock,
It does, yeah.
you know?
There was a steampunk convention that they had on the ship, and it was freaking great because everybody was all basically Bioshock,
Yeah,
just
that's-
steampunk on the ship.
I can see that.
Is this OG luggage?
Edison was chasing after Tesla. It was a whole
Cool.
the whole thing. It was cool.
OG luggage.
Got that, Brittany? Watch your step.
Happy Death Day to Miss E. Griffith, 60 years ago today. The lucky lady.
I got nothing in here. No reading.
Nothing? I'm getting a hard 0. E. Griffith. Elizabeth? Electra? Elaine? Elsbeth? I'm going with Elsbeth. Little Timmy?
Oh, Timmy is actually a name we have found that responds on the ship.
Timmy was a poppin' ass name when this thing was sailing.
He prefers Timothy.
Sure,
but
okay, respect.
Yeah, we've got a Timmy.
Let me run something by you.
Yeah.
I've had a theory that I shared on the show before that this kind of is proof of now.
Yeah.
Do you know when you would put your cell phone next to like a speaker?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But when a text was incoming.
Yeah.
Yes, anything like that. I had a thought that what people are seeing as spirits or whatever we know as ghosts, those, much like the two pieces of technology that don't really work together, are trying to communicate. And that's kind of what's
So
happening.
you're saying it's just text coming through?
It's it's two things that I don't know what you are. You don't know what I am, but here's the best I can do.
Well, this is also kind of why I don't treat everybody as you're a ghost because you're dead. That's why I like to keep the present tense when I come in to ask questions. In this space, we had night after night after night a conversation that we were getting responses each night that this person was a sailor. They worked here aboard the ship. And then we started discussing, you know, when you dream and you wake up in the morning and you're exhausted because you were working the whole night, or you created this world that was absolutely real to you, or something was just different about a place that you know, but it was real. And you can go back and revisit that land and you end up back there in different nights, different dreams. So we started conceptualizing, what if a ghost is who you are when you're dreaming? What if that
Somebody in
is
here
what
is hitting
happens?
the Huff and Even More Puff grand jackpot.
yeah.
So we
Someone
had
here
a,
is flying. around
we had a
the
night that this gentleman, night after night, was saying, yes, I'm a sailor, and we were in conversation with him, and he would kind of fade in and out. And it was in that way, like when you drift out of a dream, or in a dream when you're drifting in and out of sleep. And I thought that I should ask, do you think you're dreaming? And at this point, I would always be in 1940s victory rolls, 1940s dress, red lips. I look appropriate to a potential sailor's time and space. And if this girl who looks absolutely normal to your world goes, do you think you're dreaming?
Yeah.
I think I woke that poor boy up from a nap.
Timmy?
Who knows? But we never had that conversation again. But when we would talk to him, we were like, hey, we just talked to you yesterday. No. We just talked to you last week. No. We've just been talking this whole time. Yeah. Our conversation never ended. So for us, a day moved on, a month moved on. We went through time, but he stayed there as if he was in that conversation with us the whole time. So do we have these weird time slippy things? Is that why maybe a ghost isn't just someone who's departed and living in our time? But do we brush up against time somewhere? Especially on a ship that experienced so much energy at certain points in time. You want to do Estes?
Yeah. Oh my
Let's
God.
do it. You still got your blindfold?
I got it.
All right.
I had a dream I met Shaq the other night.
And that's how you met Shaq.
He was a nice guy.
We'll do a little of that.
It is hot like the Dickens.
Yeah. Do you want a fan?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want what they felt.
Headphones to start.
Do we know what this space actually was? Is this storage or?
This was a cruise space. This was actually, I've been told that this might have been the mess hall. So this would have been where you got your grub. There might have been some bunks in here, which when I learned that, I was like, so I really might have woken up a sailor from his dreams. Makes sense that he was asleep here.
100%.
But this was the space for the men responsible for docking the ship, which is why that opening is there, so that they would
look
hurry their
down
butts
there.
up that ladder and get up on the deck and get her docked.
That's horrible. Oh, there's coins.
Yeah, people treat it like a wishing well.
Oh,
Are you
It's
ready?
been too hot.
it's hot as hell.
Are you ready?
I'm sorry,
Put it on.
friend.
No, it's okay. Oh,
I'll play you your song before we go.
what's their song?
Their favorite song.
Oh, is that The Entertainer?
No, it's my friend the German.
Oh, gotcha.
Got one other thing I think I brought. Hey friend, this is my friends Colin and Bo. They would love to get to know you if you're willing. My friend Bo here speaks German. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? If that's comfortable for you, you might be able to speak to him in German and he might understand.
Fluently.
Someone had said they might be his friend down at the pool. Did you come along with us?
Don't. Can't make her.
I don't like that. But I won't pay it too much mind. What's your favorite thing?
The friendship between Bo and Colin. You're too close to me.
If anyone's here this evening, can you find that orange box closer down towards us?
Or my box.
That's true.
You can use my box anytime, sailor. Have you been gone a fortnight? There's all kinds of toys back there that you could use. This thing lights up if you wanted to light that up. What do you think about Jackie in the pool? A little quiet, huh? Have you heard of the Titanic?
Tell me.
So James Cameron actually made a movie about it. It won a bunch of awards. It was the highest grossing movie of all time until Avatar, which he also made. Can you believe that? Now it's an Avengers movie, but barely. What do you think of Rebecca Knight from the Grey Ghost Project aboard the Queen Mary?
Oh shit.
You have to take a shit?
You?
I do. That's correct. Almost always.
This is paid?
No, not necessarily. People do pay her for this, though. She's very good at it.
Is there anything you'd like to do while we're here?
not really getting any words.
Just vibes.
It was all static, like most of the time. I want the mic to catch with this.
I'll get in there because maybe you could speak German.
Okay. Where?
What?
Do it again?
No, I'll get in there.
Oh, okay.
He'll go in. That way, if you speak
I'll
German.
dive in.
Now, apologies if my German is off. Give me a break. Hallo. Heißen Sie Griffith?
It sounds so scary.
Kennen Sie Griffith? Sind Griffith hier jetzt sein? I could say, haben Sie Freunden? Do you have friends?
No. Raising.
Kinder? I hope that gasp comes through.
German.
Oh, Deutsche. Okay, sprechen Sie Deutsch? Oh, she died in the 60s. That means she was living through the war.
Well, it's not just going to be her necessarily.
True.
There's lots of options of anyone that could be here. I know. But remember, why would she be here? She probably has a happier memory somewhere else.
So true.
Bien.
See? We want to go to the good places. Good memories. Parlez-vous français?
Yeah, España. So, wie heißt du? Wie heißen Sie?
Hablas español?
Sprechen Sie English?
Venezuela.
Some Germans went there after the war.
If there's someone here this evening, could you come to the orange box and make the yellow light flash so that we know you're here tonight, please?
Vamos.
Por favor. Amarillo, por favor. Perhaps you would just enjoy listening to music instead. Colin here would love to know your name if you're with us this evening. If you're willing to share your name or a nickname, could you tell the gentleman seated there in the headphones what your name is, please?
London.
London could be a name. Is
Of
that
all time.
Could you tell me something about yourself? Do you tell the temperature in Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Without. Mostly static.
Yeah. It's different than it was in the room, for sure.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
She said, what is your name? And like, not a split second, you said London. It's kind of cool. What was the one that you gasped at? Oh, I asked in German if you had, if they had friends. And you said no.
Damn.
No, or was it alone?
It was kind of both because of the timing
Yeah.
on that. If it was a response, I said, "Are you lonely down here?" And you said, "Do you have friends?" And the no came at a good
Yeah.
time for "Are you lonely?"
And then you said raising.
Something changed with the green light.
Oh, the green light on the battery died up there.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna play the song.
Interesting.
Are Ouija boards standard QWERTY format?
Standard what?
QWERTY keyboard format? You know?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just two rows.
I'm feeling a
the way
breeze. I'm Colin. I'm feeling a breeze. You got something?
No. Snake.
Let's go into your room. Get you to propeller box. Prop box.
I'm gonna propel you into that motherfucker.
Haunted elevators.
Haunted.
Oh.
Haunted elevators. People report getting into the elevator, having the doors open and no one comes in. The doors open as if to let somebody off. They feel somebody brush past them, but nobody
Can
is
we?
in there with
May
them.
we?
Come on in.
That was perfect.
You think
Come
so?
on in.
We're just. Next question. Why are these haunted? What do we got?
So people report coming into the elevator, and as they stand here, they see a reflection.
That just
someone
came and
behind
and
them.
went.
Solid.
But nobody's there when they turn to
Oh,
look.
I see, I see,
And then
I
the
see.
doors will open on a deck that they didn't ask for, and they'll feel as if somebody walks past them when the doors open and exit the elevator. Just like now.
Oh, you didn't select that floor.
No. And nobody's here getting on either, so.
Huh.
Hope they enjoy their stay.
This kind of reminds me of Luigi's Mansion. A little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the first class ballroom.
Oh. This is the grandest thing.
How restored is this?
The carpeting is from at least the 70s or later, so this is not carpeting from when she was in service. They were more about cork flooring to absorb
me?
water.
Yeah.
Spin me.
But I believe the dance floor there, I believe it should be original.
This?
Really?
I believe so. On the final voyage, Bob Hope took that stage.
No way.
Who?
Bob Hope.
Throw a spin kick. Yeah.
The
And
laugh.
you guys will appreciate that the theme of this room is music.
Ah.
Every of these engravings, these sculpture pieces here, all depict music in some way or another. Even that one above the fireplace there has two unicorns, and when two unicorns' horns rub, it makes beautiful music.
Is that true?
I knew they were real.
Well,
Is it just hot as fuck on here everywhere?
the poor cook in the kitchen, his nickname is Lobster, because he would turn very bright red. He was the final recorded death upon the ship in that final voyage. He overheated cooking in
On the final
kitchen.
voyage?
There was a death on the very first and the very last voyage.
So the 101st and the first. Or 1000th and first and first. Jeez. That's horrible.
R.I.P. the homie lobster.
Lobster.
This is the propeller room? Propeller room.
No way.
Propels the ship.
Oh my god, I hate it.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my god.
That's horrible.
Oh,
That's horrible.
dude.
Lord. And any
This is
sharks around these parts?
No, there is a whole bunch of fish in our little waterway
that's-
outside,
that's
and they
great.
used to have a scuba diver in there.
Oh, good, good, good.
To
This
give you
is,
an idea of
The
your
depth?
size to propeller.
this is my
Lord.
nightmare.
Yeah, this is horrible.
This is a lovely room of death.
Yep. I don't like that at all. That feels bad. Feels bad, man.
That's been the worst thing of this whole excursion.
Because propellers are real,
Ugh.
and it will kill you.
I can't shake it. That really didn't like that.
The propeller?
You know the part in Titanic where the dude falls and ping?
Yeah. Was she real?
We'll never know.
Or
That's never happened.
wow. It's oh.
What?
Are they sweat? No.
That
There's
was
a
weird.
pathway there.
That was weird. I don't like that.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, are these the flags?
Yeah, signal flags.
Cool.
So you can spell a message.
How can they even see?
I know.
So my fiance unfortunately lost his parents when he was 5 years old.
Okay.
He came back here, was asked to do a show here aboard the ship, and when he came back to shoot the promotional material for it, he put his hands on the wheel and he looked out and he suddenly had a flashback memory of him being 5 years old, putting his hands on that wheel and going, how did they even see out of this ship?
Whoa.
He didn't remember that it was the last place he saw his parents alive.
Holy hell.
Jeez Louise.
Brutal. So this is a compass, right? Or something?
Yeah, well, it's telling you this is the degrees of the rudder. So if you need to go 5 degrees to starboard, 5 degrees.
So all 3 are in operation at once?
Beats me.
Where did she make port?
Southampton and New York.
That was a test. She was right.
She killed it.
She got it.
Take
So
you
this
down
is
to the
the
little.
view.
That's the view.
It's horrible.
No wonder they hit a fucking
I know.
iceberg.
Wrong ship.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, but I could have danced all night. Well, that concludes our time here at the Queen Mary on the Grey Ghost Tour with Rebecca Knight.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you so much for having us.
Thank you.
You know, maybe he's not a believer, but we had a great time.
And he got a bear out of
I
it.
did get a bear. I had a great time.
Jackie would approve.
Cursed bear.
London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge is still up. So,
Did you know that's her favorite song?
no. What do you mean? Damn. We got to come back because I think there's some unfinished business in there.
Absolutely.
Between me and the old German fucker. So we're gonna figure that out. I'll be back. Rebecca Knight will be here all season long, all year long.
All year long.
All year long.
You got to check it out.
Rebecca Knight, Grey Ghost Tour aboard the Queen Mary. This is HauntLore. Bye.
Bye.
Brittany, do you have the spirit box I asked for?
Yeah, I have the spirit box.
What the hell is this? I can't use this.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Thank you, Rebecca
Yeah.
Knight. The Grey Ghost Project. You don't have to BYO spirit box. Available now. Rise.
Can I have that back, please? Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.